Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Desert Studio. My name is Michelle, and today we are going to be doing some UV resin pendants, keychains. These bigger ones are probably going to be keychains, but you can make them into whatever you want. So depending if we have time, these are from Beebeecraft, and I will have the Beebeecraft link and a discount code in my description box. So if we've got time, we might do something with these open bezels. I don't know. It's going to depend on, you know, how long these take. So this was a huge pack that I got from Beebeecraft, and there are 5 different kinds as far as I know. Oh, nope. Let me see here. I'm just going to put them in here. So we have that butterfly. We have that. We have the turtle. We've got the owl. We've got the dragonfly. So yeah. So you get multiples of each one. And then you do have some cabochons. So I'm going to dome some, and I'm probably going to use a cabochon on another. So I don't really know what I'm doing quite yet, but we're gonna figure it out. So I have got these little Marabou flakes that I have had forever, and this foil stuff, and I have some in here. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never used it. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm like, well, let's try putting some in some jewelry and see what we get. So I am going to put I'm going to start with one. I'm going to put a black backing. I've got my black mica powder, and I'm just going to use my UV resin hard type by Let's Resin. So this is just the hard type. So we're going to start, I'm going to mix up a little bit. We're going to put a little bit in the bottom so we have a thin layer, and then we're going to cure it, and then we're going to put some of these flakes in a clear layer. We're going to cure that, and then we're going to dome it and kind of see what we get for a look. Because like I said, I've seen it on YouTube, but I've never done this myself. So I don't even know what to expect. And I am going to the art walk tomorrow. So I'm like, you know, I might as well make a few pieces that I can bring, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So you're going to need your closed back, open back bezels, whichever. You're going to need mylar flakes, some black mica powder, UV resin, and your curing light. And I have got my Let's Resin dual sided UV light. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this black mica powder to this resin right here. Now, I want it to be dark, but you have to make sure that you leave enough room for it to still be somewhat transparent so that it will cure in the light. But yet you want it dark enough so that your mylar flakes are gonna pop. So I'm just gonna start with a thin layer once I get this all mixed up. So I know my yesterday's video, or no, it came out today, Thursday. I meant to set it to come out at 7 o'clock tonight, but it came out at 7 in the morning. So a lot of you thought I was up really early, and I wasn't. But I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you for the super chat that I got last night. It was my very first one. I was so excited. You don't even know. So thank you for that. So I do have an Amazon wish list, which just helps me have keep having supplies to do these videos for you guys. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit in the bottom, and like I said, I want it to be a thin layer, but yet enough that it's not gonna pull away from the bottom. So I'm just gonna slowly add some in. And these are not very deep, so if this one doesn't work, then I'll switch over to the bezel, but, and I've also got some turquoise mother of pearl pieces that I want to add into one. So, all right, so, oh, and you're gonna need a long neck lighter just to kind of take off any surface bubbles that might be there. All right, so we've got a nice little backing. I'm just gonna pop that under the light for a couple minutes. So while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna try, all right, and I'm gonna turn my light at an angle so that it's not shining towards where I'm working, so I can continue on to the next one. I don't know. All right, I just want to make sure that these, I'm going to be able to find some flat enough pieces. Like that one's a little bit big. That one will definitely work. And that one's a little thick. So I'm just trying to go through and find like the really thin ones. All right, so let me see if I can find a couple of like smaller flat pieces, because I think that would, yeah, oh, that's a smaller one. And that is a nice flat one. So I'm just trying to pick out like the flat pieces. And no, that one's too thick. You know, and then we are going to dome it, but I don't want it to be too high at all. All right, so that's, and sometimes if you flip them over one way, they lay a little bit flatter than others. All right, so we're just going to put that back in there. And I'm trying to figure out, I think, all right, that looks pretty good. All right. So let me just put these back in this container. And so I think I'm gonna back this one with black as well. So we'll just move these off to the side. And I'm just gonna, because I think this blue is gonna show up really, really nice against the black. But I'm not 100% sure, so we're gonna find out together, guys. So I might not have a video for Saturday night. I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm gonna be able to get down to my studio tomorrow night. All right, so that's hard. So let's pop this one in. And we're gonna put a thin layer of clear now. And I'm trying to make sure that you guys, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so you can see kind of what I'm doing. All right. And again, I don't want a lot because I'm going to dome this. But I need enough so that when I put those flakes in, they're going to be submerged in the clear. At least that's, you know, my understanding. Like I said, I've never done this. I've never even used those type of flakes at all. So I do not know. So you just want to make sure that you have no visible bubbles. And just in case, I'm gonna do any surface bubbles. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of this. And let's do, and these came with something that I bought, and I don't even remember, it must have been a kit or something. So yeah, I don't know exactly where I got these. And I don't know, we'll add a little bit more of the green, but that's looking really pretty so far. All right, so I'm gonna take my little silicone thing, and we're just going to move these around, kind of place them like where we want, because we want the resin to like come up over them. Oh, that is really pretty. I don't know why I haven't used these before, guys, but look at that. Is really pretty. So we're gonna pop that underneath, and let's check our, all right, so our butterfly is done, and I'm just gonna leave the cover off right now. Turn that on, and let's spread this around. So if you didn't know, Beebeecraft has a lot of jewelry making stuff. I mean, they have the silicone molds too, which I love, but they have a ton of jewelry making stuff. So you might want to like check them out. And I do have a coupon code for anything on their websites, not just these. But yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of lay them in. Try to place them so that they like will all fit. And this one's got a little bit more mother of pearl, so I'm gonna and let's see, we'll use this side, and so I'm just like trying to fit it in like a puzzle piece. All right. So this is what this is looking like so far, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that a cure. Let's check this one. All right, so that is cured. So now let me see. Before I decide I want to dome it, I want to see what it's going to look like with a cabochon on the top. So if we add the cabochon, I would put the clear UV resin, and then I would top the cabochon. So the cabochon just gives you a bigger dome, but because some of those pieces are sticking up, I don't think I'm gonna do a cabochon on this one. Let me just grab my little scissors because I got a piece sticking up right there. All right, so we're gonna just dome this one. I'll do something a little bit different with a cabochon. All right, so I am just gonna fill this up and make sure that it goes all the way to the edges. And then we'll probably end up putting another layer on top. Come on, bubble, get out of there. I am shocked at how pretty this is. All right, so this is what it looks like. There is, right in the center, you can see there's a little spot that's sticking up, but when we coat it on the next go round, it should take care of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get this one domed. We're gonna do the same thing. And again, these stones are sticking up, so it's probably not gonna be the smoothest of top coats. So I just want that to go to the edges. There doesn't look like there's any bubbles, but I'm just going to make sure. And let's pop that underneath. All right, so I'm gonna see, let's see. So that goes in there. I'm wondering what kind of look we would get if I just put clear UV with the Mylar flakes. Let's try it on this little one. And then we'll put the cabochon on the top. So again, we're just gonna put a very, very thin layer. And let's see. So this might not be as brilliant as the other one. And that one's a kind of a big piece, so I'm just trying to find some smaller, because I want that to sit very, very flat in there, if I can help it. I gotta flip this one over because it's like wanting to poke out. There we go. Much better. All right. Let me wipe my tweezers. So that's what we've got so far there. All right, so that's so far, that's really pretty. And, all right, so let's give these each another top coat. And then while that's curing, I will put these in there. And that way it's going to, that little piece of mylar flake that was sticking up, it's going to take care of that. All right, so we're just gonna bring that to the edge. So I figured I haven't really made much jewelry on my channel, so I figured I would try these. And where are those little scissors? I think I got that up. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this one popped underneath, and then we'll dome this one. I'm just bringing it right to the edge. All right, that is so pretty. Pop those bubbles. And we're gonna pop that underneath, and let's check on Mr. Dragonfly. And we're just gonna put a thin layer, and then we're gonna put that cabochon on, and just like that. I've never ever in my life used a cabochon. Nope, I haven't done it. All right. So I'm gonna do a thin layer of the black on this one. Now you could use gel nail polish that needs to be cured with a light. Oh, that's what I should have done. I have some, because that would have been darker. Well, maybe we'll do that on the elephant. All right. Pop any bubbles, and we're gonna get this little guy cured. And this is Mr. Turtle. See how pretty he is? That really sparkles. I don't... All right, let me put my light on here, see if that helps. So that is really, really pretty. All right, we're gonna put that on the top, and let's check on Mr. Butterfly. And this is Mr. Butterfly. So it is domed, just not very high. And the same with Mr. Turtle. You know, it's rounded a little bit, but not very much. And then this is with the cabochon. See how much higher that is? But that's even pretty with just the silver background. All right, so those three are done. That one is ready for, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the clear coat, I'm gonna put some mylar flakes, and then I'm gonna pop this on. So this one will only be like 2 coats. And like I said, I'm just winging this, guys. I have no clue what I'm doing. Alright, just making sure it is everywhere. No bubbles. And we're gonna take and we're gonna put some of this. So I'm gonna try to spread this as I go so I can keep this as flat as humanly possible. Come on, get in there, a little bugger. So I'm curious to see with the cabochon on top how much of a difference, you know, we get in the, and I'm just going to use the one color on this one. All right, now I'm just gonna make sure there's none on the edges, that it's all in the cavity. And I'm gonna put just a little bit more because it's almost like the mylar flakes sucked up some of the UV resin. And hopefully it doesn't spill out everywhere when I put the cabochon on. All right. Oh, that's like perfect. I could see that resin spreading completely out. All right, so let's pop that underneath there. And let's try a different color. This is the J-Diction Colored UV Resin in blue. It's the hard type. And let's see. We're going to try putting some of this in this one. And we're going to spread that around. Squirt it out just enough. And let's try some of the pink with that blue. So I just wanted to see, you know, what it was going to look like with different colored backgrounds, because these are really, really pretty in resin. And why I have not used them before, I've used the sheet, but I've never used like the flakes. So that is kind of how that is looking at the moment. And this is our owl. Look at how beautiful that is. It's got the big, nice dome versus just the UV. So you definitely can see the difference. So this gives more of like a magnification for sure. All right, so we're gonna put that. And let me see. And then I also have these bags, which I think are pretty close to the same colors. And I don't know where I got these ones either. Oh, I don't know. These blues are a little bit more intense. So let's do something with that. All right. So I am going to try, I'm going to do one of the open bezels just to show you guys how easy that is. And oh, these scissors are useless. All right. So this is just what they call UV tape. So you want to have a spot where you can pick it up without your fingers sticking to it. And then we're going to stick that bezel on there. And we're just going to make sure, yeah. Me and tape don't do good. We're just going to make sure that that is really secured down on there. And I did have some black glitter. Let me see if I can find that. This is silver. I just stuck all of my UV stuff in like one container. All right, so here's my black glitter. So let's try this as a background. So these are deeper. All right. Butterfingers, butterfingers. All All right, so let's see. All right, so I am there's just a little piece sticking up. All right, let me get one of the small cabochons and I'm gonna pop that on there. I do need to get my little scissors because I have a spot sticking up. All right, so we're gonna put a good dollop in the middle, and we're gonna place our cabochon, and we're gonna stick it underneath the light. All right, so we're just gonna spread this black glitter and I always usually end up having the tape stick to the back of whatever I'm working on. I don't know if that's typical or not, but I do. But it comes off with alcohol, so it's not that big of a deal. And I do want to just clean up around where I got some on there, and then we're going to pop this in our UV light. And let's go ahead and get this opened. So I've got to find, now I'm going to have to find a container for this one for sure. All right, I'm going to look to see if I can find my little earring molds really quick like. I cannot find the ones that I wanted, so we'll just stick with these for tonight. All right. And our little elephant is done. So the difference, well, we'll do the cabochon to cabochon. Clear backing, black backing. All right, and let's get this out, and we're gonna try these flakes. So this one will be probably the last one. Oh, I got to put some resin. I gotta spread it. My brain, it's farting on me. All right, now we can put our little flakes in. Oh, I like this color. Oh, that's really pretty. All right, just gonna get the rest of these flakes in here. And we're probably gonna dome this one twice, because you don't want to go too thick. All right, so I'm just wiping the excess off, and let's make sure there's no bubbles. And we're gonna pop that in the light for a second. And, well, let me see here. Let's do the turtle with, let's try the black glitter on the turtle, and I'm gonna do those blue flakes. And I'm gonna try and get a cabochon on this one. So that way we'll have a turtle with and one without a cabochon. All right. Pop any surface bubbles in case there's some. And we're gonna pop that in. And let's give another layer to this. That is so pretty. All right. And, all right, so we're gonna put a thin layer. We're gonna put the blue in here. And then we're gonna put the cabochon on top. All right. So I got a hair. No, get out of there. No hairs, no hairs. And so I'm just like making sure that there's none sticking out from around the center. So I'm just gonna put a little a little bit more in there. And let's pop this. Oh, yeah, that definitely makes a huge difference. So let's pop that in there. And we'll put the final layer on this one, on this side. And it's domed good. All right, so let's put that under there for a second. And we're gonna recap what we've done so far. And then I will put the key rings on these. So we have these two with just a clear background, and then we've got the different blacks, and we have the shells in that one. All right. So yeah, so if you guys would like to see like more videos of like jewelry making or whatever, put it in the comments. I can gladly do some of the videos. I was trying to keep this one under like 30 minutes, but we're at 47. But we'll just finish these two off and that'll be it. So then I can get this uploaded for tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be at the art walk until dark tomorrow. So I probably will not get a video done in time for Saturday. That one's done. And that one is done. Look at how pretty. So let's compare the two turtles. I definitely like the one with the cabochon a little bit better. I don't know. It has more depth. Like when you look at it sideways, I don't know if you guys, you can't see it in the camera, but it definitely has a little bit more depth to it. All right, so let me peel this off. Oh, most of the tape came off this one. Yay. So I've only got one little piece right here. All right. So I'm just trying to find something like clean to lay the front on so that I can dome it. And we're gonna put a top coat on the back. And then we're gonna pop it in the light and this is gonna be done. So yeah, so if any of you wanted to try any of the Beebeecraft, remember I got a coupon code for you. And they also have a fantastic YouTube program where all you need is 100 subscribers and you can pick out $40 worth of molds. You get to pick them out. and they send them to you, and then you do a review for them. It's a great company. I'm so glad that I teamed up with them, because, I mean, after all, who doesn't like, you know, free product? I know I do. I wish I had something, like a solid color of something that I could put these on to show you guys, other than my hand. So we have 2 turtles. We've got our owl, and we have our butterfly. Oh. And we've got our little elephant and our little dragonfly. If I can pick him up and keep him in my hands. So yeah. So in less than an hour, we've made 7 pieces, because I got the 7th piece in there. And then, I mean, yeah, you still have to put your your hardware on them, whether it be a necklace. Like this one here, let me grab one of my necklace chains, and we'll put a chain. We'll make this one into a necklace. Because that one is small enough that I would see, you know, somebody wearing that for a pendant. And really, I'm going to need a loopy thingy. So today's word's loopy thing. Hey, we're getting pretty good at our words of the day. A thingy ding, a witchamathong. All right. So I'm going to need to get these out anyways to put for the keychains, but I just wanted you to see how pretty this is going to be as a necklace. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? And if I would have zoomed out, you probably would have been able to see what I was doing. I apologize, guys. And there we have it. So we're domed on both sides. So it's nice and smooth. And now it's ready for either a necklace or a keychain. So this would be pretty to have a set of earrings to go with. So I might end up doing a set off camera, but if I do, I'll show you the finished pictures after, at the end. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, if you like the information or gave you some inspiration, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff, because it does help my channel out. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, guys.